What's up guys, Retro Gaming Guy here. So today in this video, we're going to unbox, demo, and review the camera dance mat right here. Now this is family friendly fun for the entire family, regardless of the ages involved. So this looks really exciting because it looks like something that I can actually play with my kids. And my kids are pretty young. I have a stepson that is 12 years old, and then my two are 3 and 5. So definitely a little bit too young for regular game console games. There's some games that they can play, but usually it ends up being a really frustrating experience for them and then ultimately us as parents. So this is something I want to try. We're going to unbox this, see what it has to offer, and try it out with the kids. All right, here is the mat itself. So what we have to do here is actually just take the plastic off. And we've got ourselves a box right here. And inside here we have the actual camera and 2 remotes. So we'll go ahead and open this up a bit further. So we've got our wireless dancing mat user manual right here. Just gonna thumb through this really quickly. It walks through all of our different connections, accessories, game pads, etc. Looks pretty straightforward. Looks like we're just simply plugging this into a power supply, into the wall, and then we're plugging it directly into our TV here. So seems to be pretty straightforward. So inside the actual box, we have an HDMI cable. This is regular HDMI to regular HDMI. We've got 2 remotes, both of which have the wrist strap here, which is important to be able to kind of secure it to your wrist so it doesn't go flying. Here we have our power supply cable. We've got a USB-A cable to USB-A. It's going to plug into a power outlet very easily. Just simply take one end, plug it in like that. This side's going to go into your power outlet. The other end of this is going to go into what I would call the game console right here. This has a light up here at the top, and we also have, we go all the way around to the back side, we have our connections back here. So USB-A is going to plug in right back here like so. HDMI is going to plug back in here as well. That's going to connect over to your TV, and we have a button located on the back right here to actually power this on. So we're going to use that. And then we also have this USB flash drive right here that you can actually slide a micro SD card into the backside of too. So you can bring that into the mix. We also have our carpet right here, which I'm going to show you guys as I lay it down. And we also have 2 pairs of socks here, which have some grips on the bottom so nobody slips and gets hurt. So let's go ahead and set this up and see what it's all about. All right, guys, so here we are inside of the game center. So once you boot up your game console here, this is what you're going to see on your TV. So we have the dancing challenge. That's your dancing game. It's kind of like Dance Dance Revolution, where you're going to be using that dancing mat. All you have to do is just simply hit the on switch for that, and it's automatically going to detect just like your 2 controllers do. If we go over to the right, we have a yoga section, so you can kind of exercise along with everything that's being shown on screen, which is cool. And then we have camera games over here. So inside camera games, you have games that integrate the camera sensor into the mix here, so you can kind of play like games where you're swiping your controller at the screen, stuff like that. It's an interactive experience. Next, we have running, which is pretty cool. You'll use the dancing mat for that as well, and you'll be kind of running in place to actually race in game, which is also super interactive and very cool. We have classic games over here, which I actually want to jump into. And this is actually a bunch of classic games, just as the title suggests. And so right here at the top, we have The Legend of Cage, we have Contra 2, we have Contra, we have Super Mario, we have a bunch of great titles here. Batman, another favorite for me, and there's 3 pages of them. So we'll go through each of these just so you see exactly what's offered. Jackie Chan is kind of a cool one as well. for me that I remember playing as a kid. But there's a lot of great titles in here, so it's not a ton of games, but I think there's definitely something for all the retro fans here. Tetris, of course, you can't go wrong with that. Very simple games, but still pretty cool. So we'll actually back out of this, classic collection here, and I want to show you guys this other option over here, which is hot games, and these are actually probably my favorite on here. So we'll jump in here, and inside here, these are going to be games that you're also using your remote controllers with. So you can play tennis, you can play ping pong, you can play basketball, running, which is pretty much, I would say, almost identical to that of what is in the actual running section here. We have darts, we have archery, we have Pop Star, Pokemon, we have Little Warrior, rope skipping, Fishing Joy, Crazy Fighters, and we have 2 more pages of games. Whack-A-Mole is a cool one. I was playing that earlier. Catfish is cool. Racing car, tank, all types of good stuff. Now, final page here. We have the long jump. We have javelin throw, Tetris in here, shot put, puzzle game, hammer's pretty cool. So lots of interesting games here that, could certainly be a lot of fun for enjoying with the kids. All right, guys, so we just tested out the camera dance mat here. And I have to say, it's great family fun for the entire family, regardless of age. I was playing with my wife. I was playing with my kids. And I have a 12-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Everybody was joining in on this, even my wife and I, who are in our mid-30s now. So great experience. And I have to say, I'm going to review this from a kid's perspective more so than obviously mine, because I'm used to high-end emulation and gaming on PCs and game consoles. So obviously I crave more than what is offered here, and I crave a higher end of the gaming sort of experience than what is offered here. So I don't think it would be fair to hold this to, the experience of like a high-end mini PC that you would get for like $800-900. That just wouldn't be fair. So this is aimed towards family fun, and it delivers on that 100%. Now, this is priced at $200 list price. There's different coupon codes and stuff like that that seem to be going on and off at different times. So you can get this for significantly less than that. In fact, I think there's one for a significant discount right now. So I'll provide a link at the end of this video at the top of your screen, as well as in the description of this video. You can click over, see what it's currently going for. But what I really enjoyed about this was that dance mat, and the mat is very high quality. The buttons are super responsive on there too, and the cool thing is that you can navigate your menu screens, you can navigate in and out of games, you can do everything that you can do with the controller right on that mat by just simply jumping to different button options. So that's pretty cool. The only downside I see to that mat is that you have a plastic piece located between player 1 and player 2, and it's right up there on the top level. It's where you actually flip it on and off, power it on and off. The downside to its location is that it's very easy to step on the damn thing. So I kind of jumped off and I stepped on it ever so slightly, not with all my weight, and I heard a little crack. I didn't see any visible damage, but obviously hearing a crack is never a good thing. So I do think that that can work against the longevity of this product. If people are constantly jumping on that, I could definitely see it breaking down over time. So I don't know if this is going to last long term just because of that. But the console itself, very easy to set up. You have a power supply that goes into it. The other connection is just HDMI right up to your TV or monitor. So very easy to set up. The lights are a very cool effect on there. You want to turn those down by just pulling the switch back ever so slightly to the second setting rather than the third for your camera sensor games. Now with the camera, anything using the sensors on here, I find that it's a little bit hit or miss. Sometimes you have to get the right angle. You have to make adjustments to the location of your console. And, obviously that's where the camera's located. So sometimes I don't feel like it's a great responsive experience. Sometimes, like with ping pong and tennis, those were the games that I enjoyed the most. Sometimes I felt like I had to swing like twice in order to hit the ball once. There was no clear like directing the ball to specific locations. You're more or less just kind of bouncing it back and forth and hoping for the best. But again, it's geared towards kids and family fun. So as long as you're able to hit that ball and just shoot it back and forth with each other, it's a good experience in the end. It's not to be compared to playing like Wii Sports on the Nintendo Wii. This is definitely tiers below the quality of a Nintendo Wii and the gaming experience there. So, take that into consideration here for sure. We also have some retro games on here, which was cool for me. I enjoyed jumping into Contra, jumping into Super Mario. So that was cool for my wife and I to play, once the kids kind of went off to bed. So there's something for everybody on here. Now, the price point, it's a little bit high in my opinion, 200 bucks. But because they do have different coupon codes, getting it for less is certainly an option. And I think you should get it for less just because you do have some risk involved with the fact that you could land on that plastic piece. And I do believe that you could probably put this out of commission pretty easily if you step on that or jump on that the wrong way. So yeah, there's some things working against this, but at the end of the day, it is a good experience. And you know, everybody seemed to have an absolute blast here, especially those racing games where you're just kind of running in place. That tired everybody out, which is obviously a bonus for us parents. Gets the kids to bed much easier. It's a smoother experience over there too. So I can say a special thanks for that because my kids did tire themselves out racing each other, running in place rather than, going outside, because today it was actually raining. So there's definitely a lot of good things going on here, but there are some setbacks. So definitely take that into consideration. See if it's worth it for you. See if you can get it for less than 200 bucks. But at the end of the day, still good family fun. And we enjoyed ourselves. And I think we will be enjoying ourselves, at least a couple evenings here and there throughout the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. If you have one of these, let me know what the experience has been like for you guys. But I'll put a link up here at the top of your screen as well as in the description of this video. Click over if you're interested, get some additional information, see what the current price point is. That's going to do it for today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed the content today. And of course, hit subscribe and stay in the loop for all future videos. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.